Just 2 minutes ago, the world of women's basketball changed forever. Caitlin Clark didn't just break WNBA rating records, she absolutely crushed them, setting a new standard that nobody saw coming. TV screens across the
Who will be the face of the league in 5 years? Caitlin
country were flooded, with her highlights, and fans everywhere are still picking their jaws up off the floor. How did one player in a single night send shockwaves through the entire league? It wasn't just her three-pointers, her energy, or even the pressure she carried. It was the drama Nan.
She was the face of the league before she even got to the league.
Caitlin Clark was voted as the future face of, the WNBA in 5 years.
And off the court that turned this game into a national obsession. Emotions ran high as Caitlin's teammates cheered her every move, while rival players glared in disbelief, unable to stop the storm she unleashed. Backstage, managers argued, coaches pleaded for last-minute miracles, and even the league's biggest critics were left speechless. Insiders say
The viewership numbers has been released for Paige and Caitlin last matchup.
Once again, Caitlin Clark continuing to
family and friends watched in tears, overcome with pride and fear as the moment grew bigger than anything they'd ever imagined. And when the numbers dropped, showing record-shattering ratings the league had only dreamed of, the family was left divided. Fans were shocked, and even longtime legends admitted they'd never seen anything like it.
another of its most watched WNBA games ever with the Indiana Fever's win over.
But that's not all. What happened behind the scenes is even crazier than what you saw on the court. Secrets were revealed, alliances tested, and the future of women's basketball was changed forever. You're about to hear the full story, twists, betrayals, and also get ready. This
WNBA on ESPN is up 7% from last season, man. What? The numbers are crazy. The numbers are crazy. She's a draw. It's as simple as that.
Isn't just sports history. It's reality TV, WNBA style. And the drama is only getting started. The arena was electric from the moment Caitlin Clark walked onto the court. Every eye in the building glued to her, as if she already knew she was about to make history. Fans filled every seat, cell phones raised, recording every second, some shaking with excitement, others whispering that tonight was going to be different. Coaches barked orders, teammates exchanged nervous glances, and the WNBA's biggest legends sat courtside, trying to look calm but stealing anxious looks at the scoreboard. Caitlin tied her shoes, took a deep breath, and glanced into the crowd where her parents sat clutching each other's hands, her mother's eyes brimming with pride and fear. From the tip-off, it was clear this wasn't just a game. Caitlin dropped her first three-pointer seconds in, the crowd exploding with a roar that rattled the rafters. Every pass she made was precise, every shot graceful and fearless. But what fans didn't see was the tension building backstage. Rival players whispered about her confidence, one muttering to her teammate, "She thinks she's unstoppable. Let's see how she handles a hard foul." Emotions ran high as the opposing team's coach instructed his players to put some pressure on her, make her work for every bucket. Midway through the first quarter, drama struck. Caitlin went up for a layup, only to be slammed to the floor by an aggressive defender. The crowd gasped, her teammates rushed to her side, and even her rivals hesitated, shocked by the intensity. Caitlin's father leaped from his seat, shouting, "That's not basketball." Security quickly calmed him, but the moment hung heavy. Cameras zoomed in on Caitlin as she grimaced in pain, but with the eyes of the world watching, she wiped. Her tears stood up and hit both free throws. Fans were shocked, some in awe of her resilience, others furious at what they called dirty play. Twitter exploded, and hashtags like #ProtectCaitlin and #WNBA drama started trending within. Minutes stood on the sidelines. The drama escalated. A heated argument broke out between coaches, one screaming, "She's just a rookie. You can't target her like that." League officials intervened, issuing a warning but stopping short of an ejection. Caitlyn's teammates formed a protective wall around her, vowing they wouldn't let anyone intimidate their star. The family was left divided. Her mother wanted to pull her off the court, while her father insisted she was tougher than anyone realized. But Caitlyn herself was unfazed. She checked back into the game with a new fire, nailing back-to-back threes and breaking her own assist record by halftime. Fans could barely keep up, and the WNBA's ratings began to skyrocket in real time. Broadcasters abandoned their scripts, one breathlessly declaring, "We are witnessing something the league has never seen before." But while the world cheered, tension brewed in the locker rooms. Halftime brought even more drama. Caitlyn's coach gathered the team, praising her leadership and telling everyone, "If she can fight through this, so can we." Meanwhile, in the opposing locker room, a star veteran fumed. "They're acting like she's the future of basketball. But what about the rest of us?" Kaishi said, her voice breaking. Another teammate tried to calm her, but the divide was clear. Caitlyn's rise was changing not just the scoreboard, but the entire team dynamic. As halftime ended, Caitlyn's mother caught her in the tunnel, grabbing her hand. "Are you sure? You're okay?" she whispered. Caitlyn nodded, eyes burning with determination. "I have to do this, Mom. Not just for me, but for everyone watching." Outside, fans gathered in the concourses, buzzing about what they'd just seen, parents promising their daughters that anything was possible. Old-timers shaking their heads, admitting she's the real deal. When the third quarter began, Caitlyn turned her game up another level. Every possession, every decision was met with scrutiny, but she answered every challenge with calm brilliance. She hit a deep step-back three, looked straight into the camera, and smiled a moment instantly, turned into a viral GIF. Social media exploded again, and even rival WNBA stars started tweeting in admiration. "This is greatness. Respect," one posted, but behind the scenes, not everyone was cheering. League executives huddled in a back room, debating if Caitlyn's superstardom was a blessing or a threat to the balance of the league. One exec snapped, "She's making the old guard look obsolete." What happens when every sponsor only wants her? The family was left divided, against some craving the spotlight, others fearing what it might cost. But as the quarter ticked down, one thing was clear: Caitlyn Clark was just getting started. And nobody and or off the court could predict what would happen next. As the second half began, the atmosphere in the arena was thick with suspense. The crowd was on its feet, hanging on every move Caitlyn made. But while her highlight reel kept growing pull-up threes, assists, fast break steals, the drama off the court reached a fever pitch. Rival fans booed louder, their frustration morphing into envy. On social media, heated arguments erupted between Caitlyn's defenders and those who called the WNBA rigged for rookies. Even commentators argued live on air, one insisting she's saving the league, while the other shot back, "She's not the only talent here, don't forget the vets who built this." Behind the bench, Caitlyn's family felt the pressure, in their own way. Her father paced the aisle, his nerves barely hidden, while her mother wiped anxious tears every time Caitlyn hit the floor. Her little brother, wearing her jersey, cheered loudest, but even he could sense the tension between family members. Her aunt pulled her mother aside. "She's just a kid. This is too much, too soon." Her mother shook her head. She was made for this. On the court, the opposition grew desperate. A veteran star who dominated the league for years began jawing at Caitlyn, testing her resolve with hard screens and trash talk. "You're just a headline," she whispered. Caitlyn, ice cold, hit a step-back jumper in her face. "Never." Breaking eye contact, the crowd erupted. The veteran stormed back to her huddle, teammates trying to hold her back from exploding. Emotions ran high, and the family was left divided, once again proud of Caitlyn's poise, but worried she was making powerful enemies.